Obviously this paint is super jet black, but I mean, look at it compared to my t-shirt. I mean, it's gray. It looks dumb. What's up, people? Okay, let's finish this Top Gun bike, or at least get the body work on right now. I'm excited. So, got the cooling system all on, used new heater hose, cut the hoses, put them all on, filled it up, nothing leaks, that's awesome. Cleaned the K&N air filters up, re-oiled them. Actually, my camera guy graciously did that. And we got them to fit much better and go on. Everything is cleaned up, looking right, got the rear fender in place. I'm gonna have to weld the bracket here because this original one is stupid, but I'll do that later. So I'm gonna get the fuel tank. Come on, let's go get it. All right, can I carry a beautiful fuel tank? Stay over there. Can I carry a beautiful fuel tank and not drop it? This is stupid. Okay, here we go. Okay, come on. All right, let me, okay, hopefully I remember how all this crap connects. What's the worst that could happen? Literally everything. Everything is the worst that could happen. I wonder. I'm gonna have to set this down. Okay, so here's the main fuel line. Here's like some secondary fuel. I don't know what the hell's going on with that. There was something over here, which is clearly not connected to it, and I don't know. There was these two on the back. They're pretty self-explanatory. What was that for? It's like by the fuel gauge. I wonder if that could be a drain. Well, fortunately that's relatively easy to get to. So I am going to simply set this in place. And I left the two rear bolts close by. And then of course you see it's got these pucks here that go on the rubber. So that's what I've got to aim for. And then obviously try not to screw up the paint on the way there. But I think it's going well. Ooh, that is close. That's terrifying. Okay. All right. Come on over here and take a look. I'm holding pressure on it. As long as I hold pressure on it here, it won't fall off. Gonna go ahead and get one of these bolted started so it can't fall off. Obviously got to make sure I'm confident that the thread is started. This one's missing the collar, but I'm just gonna get this started so it can't fall off. And frankly, given the nature of this bike before, it may not even have had the collar. Okay, so that's attached. It's not gonna go anywhere. Behold, the shiny. Yes. All right, so now we play musical ideas, and did this go this way or this go this way? This seems more intelligent. I'll just try this direction. I'll probably wrap some safety wire around that. Although I have a feeling these are like some drains or breathers and they don't matter that much. So I don't think they need anything. Okay, come on over here. Let's get the fuel lines attached by the petcock. Oh heck, I guess I should have done that before I put this down all the way. All right, so now I get the luxury of taking this off. Smart, Casey, smart. Pasties are like, Casey, you're so dumb. Like, well, I've only ever worked on one of these. All right, come on, you. It's exciting. The trouble is with bikes and car builds that are exciting, and you know I've been wanting to put this bodywork on. Like, I'm ready to have it on now. You still got to be patient. I remember back in the day of restoring cars, my dad always said, he's like, you gonna get it ready to start? You almost ready to start it? I'm like, no, Dad. I'm gonna finish the whole car and then I'll start it. It'll be fun. He's like, aren't you curious? I'm like, no, because I know it's gonna work. Why would I waste time putting a bunch of wiring and stuff in right now that I'm not going to start or doesn't make any sense? Okay, so I just need to tip this up a little bit to attach the fuel line and the secondary line, which I'm not really sure what it does, but I know where it goes. Fortunately, these are flexible enough. They seem to attach just fine out of friction. And I think what I'll do is I'll come back to this if I'm not confident in their attachment. They're not pressurized in any way. All they have to do is not leak. They go on real nice, but a little piece of safety wire will go a long way, or one of those spring type clamps. Okay, so I just want to push this on a little more. My finger, I stabbed it with the safety wire, hurts. It was like, it hurt a lot because you're like, that didn't just go through fatty tissue. That cut its way through some stuff. Okay. So it's the gift that keeps on giving and reminds me of how much it hurts every time I try to grab something. Okay, so here's the wires that reconnect. I assume this is for the fuel gauge. Right there, so those are reconnected, that's good. And I'm gonna get these bolts back in. I'm not gonna horse them down yet. I'm just gonna make sure they're nicely threaded so the tank can't fall off while I'm working on it. So, I've got the 2 lines attached for the fuel by the petcock. That's good, there's no fuel in it. All right, so, is that the one that goes there? Okay, and then this one there, that's cool. Awesome. Okay, so that's great. Okay, so I've got the gas cap, let's do that. Where did the gasket go? Hey, camera dude, do you remember where the gasket went that went to this? Oh, it's on it. Genius. Genius! All right, so this goes here. Gonna be a little gentle about it. The old gas cap, seen better days, is not as pretty as the rest of the bike. Okay, so this is sitting in place fine. I wanna check it because I don't want it falling off and scraping up the gas tank on the way there. So, oh, and as a note, so today someone commented, why do I mock any car enthusiast? Well, I don't mock any car enthusiast. There's certain ones that I make fun of because there are sects of the car and motorcycle world and collectors and people that are just way too infatuated with the rarity and collecting and price that they make the vehicles so exclusive that real car and bike people may not get to enjoy them anymore because they hoard them and collect them and hike the prices up, and they take away from what the enjoyment of is, the pure enjoyment of cars and motorcycles for what they're supposed to be. So if I make fun of any collectors or car people or snobs or anything, it's because in my experience, those are the individuals that I parody that actually hurt the overall gearhead's ability to enjoy the car and motorcycle world. So I just want to say that. Think, Casey. Thinking that threads, where does that thread? Oh, look at that. Okay, so there's the hardware. I'm glad that I left it like that. That's easy to find. All right, so I'm trying to be careful working taking my time. If you want to come close, you can look at this. I have to gently push. This is one of those things where you don't want to use force. You just want to reasonably take your time. And I'm pushing this rubber grommet, trying to work it in. Might have helped if I made it soapy. What I don't want to do is force it. And I think this paint was done beautifully, but this is the kind of stuff that can really chip paint up, and I don't want to do that because it's beautiful. The other thing is I could do, which would be really smart if I was not an idiot, take out that piece of metal, and then that way it can just compress on itself and it just goes right in. Duh, Casey. Okay, there we go. Then the metal piece goes in, and then the hardware is ready. Hardware looks nice, looks like it's stainless or something. And that'll just go in there. So here we go. And I already did check the coolant level, so that's good. Okay, everything looks good. Here we go. Yeah, I really hope the mic isn't screwing up today. All right, man, this is just too good. Yes. Look at that, that's great. This is the nice thing about restoring or doing a build of a bike that was already configured like this rather than my Ducati. On my Ducati, I had to fabricate virtually everything. On this, you really get to take something else, make it nice, redo it in different colors, and you got a cool build. So it's a good place to start on a bike that's already been done. So next scene. All right, so the seat, this will be easy. I'm a little concerned. I told the guy to do black, and when he did, it's sort of like dark gray. That's not very black, you can see, but I think it'll still look good. This was one of the upholsterers. I'm gonna tighten down the fuel tank a little bit better. If I'm putting the seat on, that's sort of the next step, obviously, and it would be a mistake to not finish something before you go to the next one, because it's too easy to get distracted and forget. So I'm gonna get this tightened down the rest of the way. Is that even threading? Why aren't you threading? That is strange and disconcerting. Why is it doing that? Huh. Wow, what's up with that? It seems like there's nothing it's threading into back there, which is not good. Find out what's going on. I think it got hogged out and somebody put a bigger bolt in the past, so I'm gonna put the, oh shoot, now we're having problems. Come on, I lifted it up. Okay, that's back to being aligned. Okay, good. Old stuff. Come on, please get in there. All right, here we go. Cool. All right, so I'm gonna get this threaded down and snugged. I'm gonna leave that other one out for now because it clearly needs another bolt. And if I go sticking that one bolt in that doesn't actually thread, it will do nothing. Now I'm concerned if this one's even threading. Is it gonna snug up sometime? Well, that sucks. I don't know if that's even... Let me go a little further. I'm not sure if this is really actually threading or not. Put my finger in there. Oh, there we go. Okay. I just had to go further. Okay, good. So that's held down. I just have to do the other bolt in the future, the one that's stripped out and probably had a bigger one. All right, so now we hope the upholsterer didn't put ugly vinyl on this, which I'm afraid he did. It's kind of gray. What do you guys think? Too gray? Sort of gray, isn't it? Damn it. Dude. Problem is the bike and the paint is so beautiful and that looks so gray. I don't like it. That's an example. The guy was really nice and he did a good job, but that is gray. That's dark gray. That's not black. That's why if you go to an upholstery place, they have to have good lighting and they have to be into it. So now I just wasted a lot of time. So my options are take it back and have it recovered. Shoot. It's really annoying. It's just really annoying. Why can't people just have better standards? Go take a look at it from the other side. You can see how gray it is compared to the paint. I mean, it's just, obviously this paint is super jet black, but I mean, look at it compared to my t-shirt. I mean, it's gray. It looks dumb. I know the bike looks nice, but it's beside the point. It looks dumb. Well, there is like vinyl paint and trim paint, and I kind of hate the way this looks, so I may clean this off with a wax and grease remover and shoot it with that, which will make it look decent. I think I'm going to do that. But on the positive side, I mean, it goes on there all right. It feels good. Should be good. You know. All right. Okay, I think I'm going to clean up this seat and shoot it. I've had luck, good luck, if you actually prepare a surface well and use the right kind of paint, shooting some vinyl seats and things in the past, so I think this will be fine. So, next scene. All right, you guys, I got gloves, I got wax and grease remover, and I've got SCM. I'm gonna give this a try. It is satin black, changes, renews color on most plastics, carpet, vinyl, or velour. Okay, so I believe that's the stuff I've used in the past, and it should work for this. Doesn't mean it will, or it's a good idea. All right. So here we go. This wax and grease remover takes a little longer to dry than most thinners, of course. But thinners are so nasty, they just trash this seat. The wax and grease remover is pretty easy on paint and stuff. It's really just to remove the stuff you need. And look at all that filth. And this is brand new vinyl, but that's the stuff that comes off it, just the normal dirt from shops or sitting around or whatever. So I'm gonna start with the outside, get it as well as I can, especially when I rub it down where it's gonna be high traffic areas. And I'm even gonna be mindful, and this is vinyl, so it's pretty easy, but I'm gonna be mindful not to get it on my, rub it up against my pants, because I'm pretty dirty. And we'll like screw it up just by doing that. I'm also gonna do the edge a little bit, just so I can kind of get underneath so you don't see the gray. I'm not too worried about a little bit of overspray on the inside. The other side, it'll quite frankly just make it look nicer. Okay. Now wax and grease remover takes a moment to dry off. So what I'm gonna do, so you can see it drying already. You don't sit here and blow on it, you'll get some fumes and then you'll get yourself all lightheaded. I'm gonna go over here and I got a little space heater, a little electric one that blows some gentle air and you can make it warm if you want. So this is pretty good to help dry off little things. So here we go. Super boring. All right, next scene. Okay, so trouble is, where am I gonna paint this? This place is kind of full. I don't want to get it on nice cars. It's windy and cold outside. And if I paint it where I was painting it, there's now white tires of what will be a nice pre-work car there. So I think I'm gonna have to go over there and just try not to get dust on things I don't want to get dust on. All right. Now, obviously, if I was in a little garage, you'd want to open the windows. So if I do this for much longer, I'll open some cross windows. But something to think about. First thing I'm going to shoot is the inside. Just because once you start doing the big areas, you're not going to want to move it around as much. It is annoying to me that like I'm shooting this black. This is not the ideal way to do it, but frankly, I'm not happy with the vinyl being that kind of dark gray look. That's really annoying to me. So I'd have to change it anyway. And if I have to change it anyway, then what difference does it make if I end up shooting some paint on it that I don't like? It's quite possible that if I do this well, it's gonna look beautiful and no one will be the wiser, except all the thousands of people watching this YouTube video right now. But you know, if you don't like it, you can just build a nicer one. Okay, here we go. Now the fun part. Make it black. Obviously, good painting technique still applies. You don't want to make it run, and you don't want to put on so dry that it's not sticking. So I'm kind of getting a decent coat here. I'm going to end up painting my arm, I'm sure. Trying to hold the bottle so it doesn't suck too much air. All right. Also, I'm just barely holding it by the little metal things here. You can get a little closer if you want. So here we go. Definitely going to end up with a black arm. Oh well. Somebody will tell me I need to wear a respirator and everything else. Well, if you want to buy me a paint booth, man, I'm okay with that. I'm not going to stop you. Yes. Yeah, it kind of stinks over here. I'm going to open the window in a minute. Barbelled it in the middle. That was dumb. Come on. Running out quick. Shouldn't have stopped there. That was dumb. What are you doing? I'm totally second guessing myself while you guys watching right now. No joke. I really am. I'm thinking about, oh, everybody's going to yell at me for everything in the world. All right. I'm out. That was a good start anyway. Come on, baby, just a little more. I think we got it. All right, I'm gonna walk away from this area because it stinks. Okay, not bad, not bad. All right, now where am I gonna set this? Obviously I don't wanna put this on the bike to dry because the paint is still wet on the inside and that will be sticking on red paint. So, we'll play the game, will it stay? I'm gonna go with no. No, it will not. Oh, here we go, this might work. Will it stay? Yes, it will. Okay, and the window's open and it doesn't stink in here. Next scene. All right, you guys, so I think we're gonna call it quits for today. This takes a while. Naturally, I don't wanna bore you to tears on this one, but we will get the rest of the bodywork on next time. Also, the wiring originally for the horn was absolute garbage, so I have to make some new wires and new connections. If you guys wanna look up here, also the headlight connection was total garbage too. I think we might have thrown away the bits, but the actual plastic connection was all falling apart. Fortunately, from what's left over from the Ducati build, I had an extra one that came with the new headlight, so I soldered it on nicely into heat shrink tubing, so that's gonna work really well for the headlight. Obviously gotta put that on, but I have to do the wiring before I wanna put the bodywork on. And if you come over here, I wanna show you something else. And this is an example of why it pays to be a fix-it kind of guy. So this water temperature sensor, if you look at, the little male post, the electric one, got broken right off. Somebody was helping me do it and they were turning a wrench somewhere and broke it off, and it was in this. And so I'm thinking, oh, great, I'm gonna have to get a new one, but I don't wanna wait to get a new one. I wanna put this bike back together. So I looked at it and I cleaned up what was left of the electrical connection with the Dremel, and then I cut a terminal and the insulator off and made it fit and cleaned it, put some really good acid flux on it and soldered with a nice soldering iron. And I think it's okay. So just an example of why it pays to be a good fix-it type person rather than just a parts changer, because it can save you a lot of time and frankly saves you a lot of money. And then if it works, gives you a pride well done. Here's one of the heater hose, the new connections, of course, with the new hose clamps. So pretty happy with the way everything's looking. I hope you guys are excited also. And we will do more next time. But in the meantime, I hope you will like, comment, and of course subscribe. See you next time.